Nike check. This is second nature. All is automatic. Instinct, you fools hurt. Jesus will. Take another L. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning teams. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to picking me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Seattle Seahawks. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on second and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down. Though certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. He's got a man complete. The 20, 10.
Showtime today, baby.
All the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Philip Dorsett, 79 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. Pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 22. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
Stafford's pass.
Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be second down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And the Lions first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. 20! And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards on the ground. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run with Swift, and he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
How about that response by the defense? It pushed them back to the 2-yard line, which now means decision time on 4th and goal for the offense. To me, I wouldn't be surprised to see them stay out there and go for it.
And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 2-yard line.
Now Wilson back into his end zone. Flushed out right. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On the draw, this will be Freeman. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
By Trey Flowers.
Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
29-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. 5 yards in. Down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
Got him down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions 31. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Nothing.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny. That catch good for only a couple.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, first down. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Penny will try to punch it in. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that. They might just... And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Swift.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but when he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that...
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson being chased out left. This is caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes, and the Seahawks add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And this will be a touch over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Stafford going to give it to Swift. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, here's Swift. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played.
At their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 5-yard line.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Stafford. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, but it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Stafford throwing deep for Galladay. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Stafford's pass intercepted. The Seahawks.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there. They may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. Second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 21. Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Tackled at the
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
On the pickup.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Lions first down.
Stafford on first down. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 50-yard line.
Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Here we go. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
His kick.
This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our son. It's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. They'll try the air now with Stafford. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 15 yards on the play, first down.
A gain of 15. First down, Lions.
On first down, Swift. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 48-yard line.
Once again, it's Swift. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford, he'll get this one to Galladay. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. 22 yards there, a first down.
22 yards.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run here with Swift. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
At the 7-yard line.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Ball carrier.
DeAndre Swift, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
Kick is good.
He's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
and he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other two-thirds, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it they're picking up the first down.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want them to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there on that scramble.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Penny. And he works free. The 30, past the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Buying time to his left. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That's the end of
Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
1st down, Lions.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now left side on the swing pass. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Stafford with a play fake to Swift, and he'll set to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for the Lions. 41 yards.
At the 4-yard line.
Here's Swift. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. And he's able to put it through. So he's in for his third score of the game, and the defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
Penny, a 1st down carry. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
36 power.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson, blitz coming, and down he goes.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Wilson to the Seahawks, looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Dancing to his left. Going for Metcalf. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
He was brought down.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. That losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
They're on 17-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
intercepted.
The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. To the air again. Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Intercepted.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to town. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everyone.